and always. We are all Kilmar. Todos somos Kilmar. Aquí, ahora y siempre. My name is Lydia Walter Rodriguez, and I am the Chief of Organizing and Leadership with CASA. Mi nombre es Lidia Walter Rodríguez y soy la encargada de organizar y liderazgo con CASA. Estoy aquí enfrente de ustedes el día de hoy, llena de poder comunitario. ¿Se puede? I am here with you today, fueled with community power and love. And I want to remind you, brothers and sisters, le quiero recordar, hermanos y hermanas, que ese amor comunitario va a generar poder, va a generar esperanza y va a generar resistencia. I want to remind you, brothers and sisters, that it's going to be that community love and power that will fuel us into resistance, that will fuel continue hope, and will fuel love. And we are going to need all of that fuel to continue to combat this administration that continues to bring political terror to our Black, brown, working families and immigrant communities. Vamos a necesitar todo ese amor, lucha y resistencia que nos llene en comunidad, particularmente durante este tiempo, durante esta administración que continúa a jugar juegos políticos para aterrorizar nuestra comunidad negra, nuestra comunidad latina, nuestra comunidad LGBTQ, nuestra comunidad trabajadora e inmigrante. Pero se va a poder. But we will keep resisting because we have each other. Pero vamos a continuar a resistir porque nos tenemos el uno al otro. Sabemos que esta administración continúa a amenazar. We know that this administration will continue to be vindictive and terrorize those who stand against it. Van a continuar a aterrorizar todos que se paran contra ellos. Pero hoy estamos de pie para decir no más. But today we are on our feet to say no more. No more. Say no more. No more. We are here in front of Baltimore ICE with Kilmer Abrego Garcia and his family. Estamos aquí enfrente de ICE en Baltimore con Kilmer Abrego Garcia y su familia. Estamos aquí para demandar justicia para Kilmer, que dejen de jugar juegos políticos con su vida. We are here to demand justice and that they stop once and for all. Enough is enough, playing political games with his family and torturing this man. Enough is enough. I want to give an extraordinary shout out to everybody who's with us from Tennessee today, that traveled from Maryland to Tennessee, back to Maryland with love. Felicitaciones, familia. Todas las personas que vinieron de Tennessee y regresaron a Maryland con amor. Por toda esa lucha vamos a escuchar de compañeros el día de hoy de Tennessee. From all of that fight, we will be hearing directly from them here this morning. We will also be hearing from Kilmar's Congressman, and we will also be hearing from union leaders. And of course, we will be hearing from Kilmer himself today. Vamos a escuchar directamente de las personas que vinieron desde Tennessee con amor, con líderes de sindicatos, el congresista local de Kilmer, y claro que vamos a escuchar directamente de Kilmer también. Compañeros, antes de continuar el programa, apóyenme a darle la palabra a nuestro compañero Julio, que nos va a comenzar con una oración. Before we continue on in today's program, I want to ask our fellow Julio from the Congregation Action Now Network to ground us in a prayer. Te escuchamos, Julio.
Good morning, buenos dias. I'd like to start with a thank you to Baltimore. Because on 4th of July, 2020, you stood up to declare no to racism, no to colonialism, and no to imperialism. Me gustaría empezar con unas gracias a Baltimore, porque el 4 de julio del 2020 se pusieron de pie a declarar no al racismo, no al colonialismo y no al imperialismo. We say presente. We say presente.
Presente.
Declaramos presente.
Presente.
This prayer is based on Isaiah 1. Esta oración está basada en el capítulo 1 de Isaías. And this prayer is for those who think they are in power. What importance to me are your many sacrifices, says the Lord. ¿Qué utilidad me reportan sus abundantes sacrificios, dice el Señor? When you spread your hands out in prayer, I look the other way because your hands are covered with blood. Cuando levantan las manos suplicantes, aparto mi vista de ustedes. No pienso darles oídos, sus manos están llenas de sangre. Wash, cleanse yourselves, learn to do what is right.
That's right.
Lávense, purifíquense, aprenden a hacer el bien. Give the oppressed reason to celebrate. Tomen decisiones justas y restablezcan al oprimido. Take up the cause of the orphan. Hagan justicia al huérfano. Defend the rights of the widow. Defienden la causa del viudo y de la viuda. We cry today to you, O Lord, to set Kilmar free. Set this family free from oppression and save Jennifer and his children from injustice. Repent and be free those who live to oppress and to know the power of God. Nos unimos al clamor a ti, oh Señor, libera a Kilmar, libera a su familia de esta opresión y salva a Jennifer y sus hijos de esta injusticia. Aprendan y arrepiéntense y sean libres aquellos que quieren vivir para oprimir y conozcan el poder de Dios. En el nombre de Jesús de Nazaret, pedimos estas oraciones. Amén.
Muchísimas gracias, Pastor Julio, por esas palabras de inspiración. Thank you so much to Pastor Julio for that inspirational and grounding opening prayer. We now will hear directly from one of the community organizers that has uplifted the efforts, the fight, and resistance in Tennessee. Ahora vamos a escuchar directamente de una de las organizadoras de Turk que alzó la resistencia, la lucha y el poder desde Tennessee. Adelante.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Sayla Terralba, and I am the Advocacy Manager for the Tennessee Immigrant and Refugee Rights Coalition. I want to start by saying that I am humbled and proud to be here today as a partner to CASA in the immigrants' rights movement and as a representative of the thousands of Tennesseans who stood up and spoke out when Kilmer Abrego Garcia, a beloved husband, father, brother, union worker, and community member, was brought to face baseless charges in Tennessee after being wrongfully deported to El Salvador. After spending close to 3 months brutalized in a place that he should never have been sent to begin with, and another 3 months imprisoned in a state that is not his own, Kilmar was joyfully reunited with his family and children this weekend. But it is impossible to celebrate that joy without acknowledging the cruel reality that our communities have known for far too long. Access to justice and the respect of our constitutional rights are not guarantees, as they are far often too limited to a select few. The reality is that billionaires, corporations, and politicians pulling the strings are getting wealthier and even more powerful because of the detention, deportation, and mass incarceration of our neighbors. These bad actors are doubling down on the oldest trick in the authoritarian playbook, demonizing immigrants in order to justify steamrolling our rights while consolidating power for themselves, putting armed soldiers on our city's streets, siphoning money from Social Security and Medicaid to give to the private prison corporations they profit from, and throwing community members like Kilmar into foreign prisons without due process. While federal and district courts in Tennessee and Maryland have checked this administration's egregious overreach time and time again, these bad actors have continued to throw their full weight behind their power grab, including continuously manufacturing reasons to place Kilmar into perpetual cycles of carceral punishment. But we are here today because we know that throughout our collective histories, progress has been made because the people have risen to confront injustice and demand true liberation.
That's right. That's right.
We are here today because Kilmar's story represents tens of thousands of stories of those across the country whose rights we are fighting to uphold. We are here today because the struggle for liberation cannot be waged alone. No matter what happens inside that building today, we will keep fighting for a system that strengthens our communities, not imprisons them. We will keep fighting for a society where your humanity isn't based on who you are, where you're from, or what you've had to do to survive. And we will keep fighting for justice for Kilmar, because justice for Kilmar is justice for all of us. Thank you.
That's right. The people united will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. We will now hear from Jaime Contreras from SEIU 32BJ.
What do we want?
Justice!
For Kilmer, what do we want?
Justice!
What do we want?
Justice!
And if we don't get it,
Shut it down!
if we don't get it, if we don't get it, if we don't get it.
Shut it down!
That's right. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I'm Jaime Contreras. I'm the Executive Vice President for SEIU 32BJ, a union that represents 185,000 mostly immigrant workers in 12 states along the East Coast. I wanted to personally be here as a union person. I know there's other labor brothers and sisters in here today. To say to Kilmar and his family, you're not alone. No están solos. No están solos. You're not alone. Labor, church, community, our elected leaders, we're all here for you. And we're going to say this till the end. No matter what happens in this building today, we are not going to let your family alone. We're not going to leave you alone. Are we? No. What this administration is doing, it's shameful, to say the least. It's shameful, to say the least. I came here undocumented in 1988, fleeing a bloody civil war in El Salvador. I didn't choose to come here. I was a kid. My parents brought me here. But I have served in the United States military. And for this president to be doing what he's doing to our community, it just makes me angry. Shame on him, and shame on his cronies who are supporting this unconstitutional violations that he's doing, not just to Kilmer and his family, but to all of our community. We are not going to be silenced.
That's right.
We don't know how to be silenced in the labor movement in our community. And we will fight until the end. Justice shall prevail. What do we want?
Justice!
When do we want it? What do we want?
Justice.
And if we don't get it,
Shut it down.
and if we don't get it,
Shut it down.
and if we don't get it,
Shut it down.
and if we don't get it.
Shut it down. Thank you so much, Jaime, for reminding us that today we fight for Kilmar, but we fight for all of us and the due process and our constitutional rights that regardless of your immigration status, we all have in this country. Muchísimas gracias, Jaime, por recordarnos de los derechos que tenemos, incluyendo nuestro derecho de poder ir a la corte. Este es un derecho que nos da la Constitución, sin importar nuestro estatus inmigratorio, y lo estamos demandando por Kilmar y por todos nosotros, que sabemos, si vienen por Kilmar, van a venir por nosotros también. Because we know, as they're coming for Kilmar, they will come for us too. Vamos a escuchar ahora del congresista Glenn Ivey, el representante de Kilmar, que con Jaime fue a El Salvador para demandar justicia y liberación para Kilmar. We will now be hearing from Congressman Glenn Ivey, Kilmar's congressional representative, who alongside Jaime went all the way to El Salvador to demand justice for Kilmar and his liberation. Glenn Ivey, we hear you.
What do we want? Justice. What do we want? Justice. When do we want it? Now. It's hard to believe that we're still here waging this fight. When I worked at the Department of Justice, when they made a mistake, they would acknowledge it, correct it, and move on. This started with a mistake. They picked him up. They deported him. They knew it was illegal. They acknowledged it because the judge said he could stay here, but instead of acknowledging it and bringing him back, they said, we can't bring him back. They lied. The Supreme Court said, no, he gets his day in court, bring him back. But they didn't want to back down and just do what the Supreme Court ordered them to do. So they charged him with crimes in Tennessee that came out of nowhere. And then they brought him back immediately. So we knew they could bring him back, right? We know they can give him justice, right? But they keep fighting it. So he went in front of another judge in Tennessee, and what did that judge say? He looked at the case that they charged him with and said, you know what? I think he should be able to go home. I think he should be able to stay home. I think he should have his day in court, and we're going to let him go back to his house. So he should be in his house this morning, not worried about getting deported anywhere, not worried about injustice anywhere, not worried about the pressure and the vengeance of the Department of Justice and the Trump administration. He should be able to get his due process and go forward from there, right? I don't know what's going to happen in that building this morning. We were here a couple of weeks ago trying to get in to inspect the facility. They wouldn't even let us in. Now, we went to El Salvador to go see him down there. They wouldn't let us in there either. But that's a dictatorship country. I wasn't shocked to be not allowed in there. I was shocked that members of Congress, 2 senators and 4 members of Congress, were not allowed inside a federal building here in the United States of America. That's outrageous. So today, we keep the fight going, right? We don't give up, right? We're here to make sure justice is done, right? So when he goes in that building, we'll be supporting him. We'll continue to fight. No matter what happens in there today, we've got his back, right? The people, united, will never be defeated. The people, united, will never be defeated. The fight continues. Stay strong. God bless. God bless.
Brothers and sisters, please welcome with a loud chant, Kilmer Abrego Garcia. Sí se puede, 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 sí se puede.
Queridos hermanos y hermanas, mi nombre es Kilmer Abrego Garcia y siempre quiero que recuerden que hoy puedo decir con orgullo que estoy libre y me reuní con mi familia.
Brothers and sisters, my name is Kilmer Abrego Garcia, and I want you to remember this. Remember that I am free, and I was able to be reunited with my family.
Un milagro, gracias a Dios y gracias a toda la comunidad.
This was a miracle. Thank you to God, and thank you to the community power.
Y por eso quiero decirles las gracias a cada uno de ustedes que marcharon, levantaron sus voces y oraron y nunca dejaron de creer y luchar por mi libertad.
And this is why I want to thank each and every one of you who marched, lift your voices, never stopped praying, and continued to fight in my name.
Gracias a mi pareja de vida, mi esposa Jennifer, mi hermano César, mi madre Cecilia y toda mi familia.
Thank you to my life partner and wife, Jennifer, to my brother, Cesar, to my mother, Cecilia, to my children, to my nieces and nephews, to all of my family.
Gracias a casa, mi segunda casa, a mi sindicato SMART, a todos los pastores, a todas las iglesias, organizaciones y mis equipos legales.
Thank you to Casa, my second home, to my union, SMART, to all of the organizations, all of the faith leaders, all of the partners, and my legal team.
Me he enterado cómo la comunidad me ha apoyado, me ha abrazado con tanto amor y solidaridad.
I have come to know how the community has stood up with so much support and has hugged me with so much solidarity.
Y desde el primer día quiero agradecer también a Dios que siempre ha estado conmigo y ha estado dando bendiciones a toda mi familia.
And I also want to thank God, who has been giving me blessings since day one, to me and to all of my family.
Cuando por fin me reuní con mi familia, esa alegría y todas las emociones quedarán grabadas para el resto de mi vida.
When I was finally able to reunite with my family, all of those emotions, all of those memories will be forever ingrained in me.
Verlos de nuevo me llenó de gratitud y esperanza.
Seeing them again filled me with gratitude and filled me with hope.
Para mí, la felicidad es simplemente estar con mi familia y disfrutar momentos felices con ellos.
To me, happiness is simply being with my family and being able to spend simple memories with them.
Cuando estuve detenido, siempre recordé momentos hermosos con mi familia, momentos de ir al parque, de ir al trampolín con mis hijos.
When I was detained, I remembered memories with my family, going to the park with them, going to the trampoline with my children.
Esos momentos me darán fuerzas y esperanza para seguir luchando.
Those moments will continue to give me hope to continue in this fight.
A toda la familia también que han sufrido separaciones y que viven constantemente por la amenaza de ser separadas, quiero decirle, aunque la injusticia nos está golpeando duro, no perdamos la fe.
To all the families who have been separated, or to all the families who have been threatened with family separation, this administration has hit us hard. But I want to tell you guys something.
Dios está con nosotros. Dios nunca nos dejará. Dios hace justicia a toda la injusticia que han hecho.
God is with us, and God will never leave us. God will bring justice to all of the injustice that we are suffering.
Nuestra comunidad nos respalda y al final se va a hacer justicia. El amor y la familia triunfará.
With our community by our side and with our family by our side, love will trump.
Nunca pierdan la esperanza.
Never lose hope.
Volverán a ver a su familia.
You will once again see your family too.
Independientemente de lo que pase hoy,
Regardless of what happens here today,
con ICE, prométenme esto,
in my ICE checking, promise me this,
que seguirán luchando, orando, creyendo en la dignidad y la libertad, no solo para mí, para todos.
promise me that you will continue to pray, continue to fight, resist, and love, not just for me, but for everybody. Continue to demand freedom. Thank you so much. We are all Kilmer. 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 Todos somos Kilmer. Todos somos Kilmer. Todos somos Kilmer. En este momento vamos a cerrar el programa antes de entrar con Kilmar a su chequeo con inmigración. At this moment, we will close this program with a prayer before joining Kilmar inside in his ICE check-in. I ask the faith leaders who are going to be leading the closing prayer to join me in the front. I ask Kilmar, his wife Jennifer, Jaime, Glenn Ivy, and his attorney Simon to also join us here in the front.
As you are caught in the gnashing teeth of fascism and cruelty, as lies are shouted about who you are and who your family is, as betrayals are whispered to you claiming that you are alone, know that you walk in truth. Know you are never alone. You and your family are encircled under the wings of the Holy One. Said at both our festivals and our graves alike, the priestly blessing is this three-part prayer of protection. Some of our Christian family may know it as part of the benediction. When recited in Hebrew, the congregation responds with Ken Yehi Ratzon, so may it be your will. We urge, we remind, we demand this protection. Today is the first day of the month preceding the High Holy Festivals, including the New Year and the Day of Atonement. Jewish people blow the shofar, the ram's horn, every day to prepare. The shofar is many things. It is a wake-up call. It is a battle cry. It shakes down walls. And it is an announcement. And it is the sound of revelation. In a moment, we are going to do two things to call down divine justice and to remind you, Kilmar, in your bones, that you and your family are beloved by beings divine and human. I'm going to pray the priestly blessing over you, and my colleague will respond with, may it be so. All of you back here and all of you up here, comrades, may it be so in whatever languages you pray in. After which I will blow the shofar. Its whole, broken, shattered, and forever whole notes. Then we will all hold silence as the call of the shofar echoes into these halls and we fill the silence with our witness and our prayer and our presence. May the divine bless you and keep you.
El Señor te bendiga y te guarde.
Kein Yehi Ratzon. May the divine make their face to shine upon you and be gracious unto you.
El Señor haga resplandecer su rostro sobre ti y te extendida su amor.
May the divine lift their face to you and grant you peace.
El Señor mueva su rostro hacia ti y te conceda la paz.
Así será.
¿Puede? Sí se puede. ¿Se puede? Sí se puede. ¿Se puede? Sí se puede. ¿Se puede? Sí se puede.
Sí se puede. Sí se puede. Sí se puede. Sí se puede. Sí se puede. Sí se puede. Sí se puede.
Se puede. ¡Sí se puede!
Guys, we gotta keep the entrances clear.
Okay.
Please come away from the entrances. Just step off to the side. Thank you. Appreciate it. Hey guys, we can't have you in front of the entrances. Please back away.
No nos moverán como un árbol firme junto al río. No nos moverán. Well, I woke up this morning with my mind stayed.
I know a friend of mine did that.
get too much in your way, did I? I guess it
No,
was
no, no,
impossible.
that worked out well.
Right.
Did you get what you needed?
More or less. No, they're like this.
Hey, for Monday morning, we'll take it, right?
Yeah. Oh, is he the guy?
No, he's behind the May. Let's see. Right, the lady with the red shirt, she's with me. Right? She's like a counselor or something. That's his girlfriend in the stripes. His wife, rather. Okay, that's it. Have a great job.
Hide it under a bushel? No.
Hide it under a bushel, no. I'm gonna let it shine. Hide it under a bushel, no. I'm gonna let it shine. Hide it under a bushel, no. I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Across Maryland, across Maryland. I'm gonna let it shine across Maryland. I'm gonna let it shine across Maryland. I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Kilmar is our neighbor. You can't have him trump. Kilmar is our neighbor. You can't have him trump. Kilmar is our neighbor. You can't have him trump. Kilmar is our neighbor. You can't have him trump. Leave him be. Leave him be. Leave him be. Leave him be again. Kilmar is our neighbor. You can't have him trump. No! Kilmar is our neighbor. You can't have him trump. Kilmar is our neighbor. You can't have him trump. Leave him be. Let him free. 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 We should do a Spanish one. And keep on moving forward. Okay. Can you help? We're going to keep on moving forward. And then sigamos adelante. One, two. We're going to keep on moving forward. Keep on moving forward. Keep on moving forward. Never turning back. Never turning back.
Sigamos adelante.
Sigamos adelante. Siempre adelante. Siempre adelante. Sin volver atrás.
reunite the families.
We're gonna reunite the families. Reunite the families. Reunite the families. Never turning back. Never turning back. Familias reunidas. Familias reunidas. Familias reunidas. Familias reunidas. Sin volver atrás. Sin volver atrás. Sigamos adelante. Sigamos adelante. Sigamos adelante. Siempre adelante. Sin volver atrás. Sin volver atrás. Sin volver atrás. Sin volver atrás.
Thank you, Rapid Response Choir, for the music and bringing us to center. Let's give them a round of applause. We now welcome Crisali from Casa to give a recognition to our elected officials here.
Thank you so much. Good morning, everyone, and thank you all for being here. Buenos días a todos y mil gracias por estar aquí. Hoy estamos aquí en comunidad para decir que si van por uno, se van por todos. We are here as a community today to say if justice does not serve for one, it's not served for none of us. And what do we want? Justice. When do we want it? Yeah. What do we want? Justice. When do we want it? Yeah. ¿Qué queremos?
Justicia.
¿Cuándo?
Ahora.
¿Cuándo?
Ahora.
¿Cuándo? We are so grateful for each and one of you who showed up today in support of Kilmar, his family, and everyone that's walking in that building today. Estamos súper agradecidos por cada uno de ustedes que está aquí con nosotros, por la familia de Kilmar y por cada familia que está entrando a ese edificio hoy. I just want to take a second to recognize our elected leaders who are here today and that continue to support the immigrant justice movement. Solo quiero tomar un segundo para reconocer los líderes electos que están aquí, que siguen una y otra vez uniéndose a nosotros para apoyar a nuestra comunidad y el movimiento inmigrante. From Baltimore, we have Councilmember Jermaine Jones and Odette Ramos. De Baltimore tenemos el concejal Jermaine Jones y Odette Ramos. We have Kilmer's Prince George County Councilmember here, Tom Dergona. También tenemos el concejal de Kilmar aquí hoy, Tom Dergona. We also have State Delegate Lorick Shakurigan and Shayla Ruth. También tenemos los delegados estatales de Lorick Shakurigan y Shayla Ruth. We also have representatives from the office of Senator Ossobrook and Van Hollen with us today. And last but not least, we have Maria Martinez from the office of the governor. Y la última, pero no la menos importante, tenemos a Maria Martinez de la oficina del gobernador de Westmore. These are challenging times, and we are challenging people, so we are not going to step back. We are going to support our community, and we are grateful for every one of you that keeps showing up. The fight is not done here. The fight continues. I don't want to forget anyone, but I'm also horrible with faces. We also have Allison Bicker from Anne Arundel County. Thank you so much for being here today. All right, everybody, thank you so much, and we will continue. We won't stop fighting until Kilmar is free and until all of our immigrant families are stop being harassed. ¿Qué queremos? ¿Cuándo? ¿Cuándo? ¿Cuándo, cuándo, cuándo? Thank you.
We're going to keep this moment going and praying and believing in faith that Kilmar will be free. I'd like to welcome now Reverend Dr. Kevin Slayton from Norwood Appold United Methodist Church. Welcome, Reverend.
I would ask you, before I begin to speak, as we prayed for Brother Kilmar, that we give a moment of silence and prayer for those brothers and sisters who are standing behind us, waiting to go in and endure the same process. Good morning. My name is Reverend Kevin Slayton. I pastor Northwood Appold United Methodist Church. I'm here for a number of reasons. Number one is I participate in a faith that is a Protestant tradition which is born out of protest. So I believe it's a part of my religious duty to protest. I'm also here because one of the lead figures of my faith also happened to be a man of color who was unjustly arrested. And it's because of his example that I am here, believing that justice is the only way. But I'm also here because I'm an African-American man living in America. And in 1915, the White House that we adore opened its doors to D.W. Griffith to show a movie entitled The Birth of a Nation. That movie had one primary intent, and that is to demonize people of color and to stroke fear in the people. So ultimately, I'm here today as an African-American to say, we've seen this movie before.
That's right.
And we don't want to see it again. And lastly, I don't want to be accused of the spirit of the late Lutheran clergy, Martin Niemöller, who said when they came for the nationalists, I didn't say anything because I wasn't a nationalist. Then they came for the socialists, and I didn't say anything because, well, I wasn't a socialist. They came for the Jews, and I didn't say anything because I wasn't a Jew. Well, on today, they come for Kilmar, and I'm not going to be quiet just because I'm not Spanish. I'm going to open my mouth wherever I go, and I'm going to speak truth to power. I'm not going to be afraid, and I encourage you to find that same strength, because the God who watches over everyone watches over us all. God bless you, and may God have mercy on us all.
Thank you, Reverend. We now call on Father Ty Hollinger for the next prayer. Father Ty.
We aren't going to be moved, not just from this spot in Baltimore, but in places around our country. We're here for Kilmar and Kilmar's family today, but as Kilmar reminded us, this isn't just about him. This is about all of our sisters and brothers who are in similar situations or perhaps under threat of similar situations in the very near future or even today. My faith, my Catholic faith, teaches that how we treat anyone, especially Jesus used the words, and he was quoting back to Deuteronomy and Leviticus and Exodus. How we treat the stranger among us is the barometer test of who we are as a people. And so for Catholics as a people of faith, when we see our sisters and our brothers like Kilmar not being treated with fundamental human dignity, fundamental human rights, the right to due process, we know that that's an attack on the dignity of us all. And so we as a people of faith stand united. We stand united together with everyone here today. And we're going to stay united because these forces are trying to divide us. but they will not be successful ultimately. Our unity, like links in a chain, are going to be strong. And they're going to hold us together. They're going to hold us together through the pain, through the suffering, and through the difficulty until we find a joyous new day, not pie in the sky up there, but right out here among our streets, our cities, our towns, our villages, where we have our rights and our dignity intact, and when it's under attack, we'll fight back. So for Kilmar and for his family, for this community, for communities across our nation, for people being held and detained and renditioned and deported across the world, this is a solidarity that's also international and global in its scale. We've got sisters and brothers around the world praying for Kilmar and for all of our comrades that are going through this. So let us stay united. Let us stay focused. Let no one rob us of our faith, which teaches us to have this wide, broad, opening heart of compassion and love. And we demonstrate that love by how we treat one another. It's time to call people who are treating people with disrespect and inhumane conditions to account. Right here and right now, too, not waiting for the pie in the sky. This is about having pie here for all of us and being able to share in the wealth and abundance that is ours and our right. I also want to stand up for Brother Kilmar and for his fellow workers at Smart 100. Here's a union apprentice worker, and they know solidarity. They learn solidarity. They practice solidarity on the shop floor and in the community, and they teach us also a little bit in the faith community where solidarity is a sacred word as well. Sometimes we need to relearn the lessons of solidarity from our sisters and brothers. Kilmar and his family and this community, you are teaching a lesson on what solidarity means. Continue to be great teachers and preachers of that sacred word, solidarity, always together, never divided. And let us stay here, rooted here, as long as we need to ensure that Kilmar is united with his family today, tomorrow, and always.
We'd like to call now a leader from Casa to give us a chant so that they can hear us in there, not just Kilmar, but everybody else. So make sure you're loud and proud.
No justice! No justice! No justice! When immigrant rights are under attack, what do we do? When immigrant rights are under attack, what do we do? When immigrant rights are under attack, what do we do? Se puede. Se puede. Se puede. Sí, 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 se puede. Sí se puede. Sí se puede. No ICE, no fear. Immigrants are welcome here. No ICE, no fear. No ICE, no fear. Immigrants are welcome here.
Thank you, brother. Now we call the Reverend Laurel Martin for our next prayer.
Good morning. In my faith tradition, one of the most important questions is, what should I do? How should I live my life? This is a question that we hear throughout Scripture in the Hebrew and Christian traditions. The prophet Micah engages with this question. What would be pleasing to the Lord? It is not sacrifice of rams or rivers of olive oil, but it is this instruction. The Lord has told you, O mortal, what is good. Do justice, love kindness, walk humbly with your God. This is what we ask today with both our ancient faith and the urgency of right now. We call upon the government to do justice, respect Kilmar's dignity and his right to be heard in court. This is the foundation of faith all else rests upon. If we omit the justice, then what we have built is not the faith of Jesus of Nazareth, but something else entirely. I speak now to other people in this administration who share my faith and ask that you remember the call of justice. Remember the justice-seeking faith of Jesus, who was born a refugee in a time of violence under a leader who governed by fear. We remember that Jesus taught us greatness is not from power or intimidation, but greatness is from humility and service. Jesus, who said, "Blessed are the peacemakers." Jesus, who made meals from scraps of food and said, "There is enough for everyone if we but trust and break the bread." Jesus, who said that when someone is injured on the side of the road, we should cross the street, even if that means crossing a boundary to help them. Jesus, who imagined another world out loud before it came into being, and who asked us to imagine along with him. Jesus, who told us that resurrection looks like new life, that resurrection looks like liberty and justice for all. And so today we pray in the words of the prophet Amos, "Let justice roll down like waters and righteousness like a mighty stream." Amen.
I'd like to now welcome Padre Vidal from St. Matthew's Episcopal. Bienvenido, Padre.
Voy a tomar un texto de San Mateo en el capítulo 5, versículos 6 y 7.
I'm going to be reading a verse from St. Mateo, verse 6 and 7.
Dichosos los que tienen hambre y sed de justicia, porque serán satisfechos. Dichosos los compasivos, porque Dios tendrá compasión de ellos.
Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for justice, for they will be satisfied. Blessed are the compassionate, for God will have compassion on them.
Gracias a ustedes que son personas que tienen hambre y sed de justicia.
Thank you to all of you who are here, who have hunger for justice and freedom.
Queremos que Estados Unidos, nuevamente coordinado por la Corte Suprema, vuelvan a ser ese país amante de la justicia.
We want the U.S. and the Supreme Court to be able to reflect those values of freedom and justice.
Ustedes están aquí presentes porque son compasivos y tienen un corazón tan humano y tan lleno de amor.
You are present here today because you are compassionate and you have a heart full of love.
Estamos invitando a toda la administración de este gobierno que se vuelva compasiva y no humillante y no opresiva.
And we call on this government and this administration to turn towards compassion and not oppression and humiliation.
Este país está fundamentado en principios como Cristo nos enseñó, ser compasivos como Él es compasivo.
This country is founded on the values and principles of Christ himself, to be compassionate.
Invito a este gobierno a que se vuelva luz de las naciones y no lo que está sucediendo, que se está volviendo oscuridad de la humanidad.
We invite this country to turn into the light of humanity rather than the darkness that it has become.
E invito a esta administración con aquellas palabras de nuestro Señor Jesucristo.
We invite this administration with the words of Jesus Christ.
No hagas a nadie lo que no quieres que te hagan. Que el gobierno deje de perseguir y de humillar y deportar a otros países.
Do not do unto others what others have done to you. And stop deporting and separating our families and communities.
Quiero decirles lo que Pablo dijo en Romanos 13. Toda ley, si quiere ser justa, tiene que estar fundamentada en el amor. Y el amor no hace daño a nadie.
I'm going to tell you what Pablo told us. Laws have to be rooted in love because love does not harm us.
Y termino diciéndole lo que Jesús nos dijo. Un solo mandamiento le doy. Ámense los unos a los otros como yo los he amado. Y en eso conocerán que son discípulos míos. Y este es un país que cree en Jesús.
And finally, in the words of Jesus, love one another as I have loved unto you. Thank you.
Que viva Cristo y que viva la justicia.
Live Jesus Christ and live justice.
How good it is for us all to come together as one family. How good it is that Kilmer Abrego Garcia is back in his home state after all that he has been through. But his fight is not over, and that's why our fight is not over. This is not just about one man. It's not even just about immigration. This is about an administration that thinks they can ignore the rule of law. We all know this playbook. My people know this playbook. For centuries, we were expelled from one European country after another. They take our land, our money. My people knows deportation. Then arose a new pharaoh, one that didn't just want our property. This German pharaoh wanted our very lives. We know this playbook. We know what happens, as the pastor said earlier, we know what happens when good people don't stand up for each other. There will be no one, right? Say it with me, there will be no one left to stand up for me. When an administration starts rounding people up, they say it's about illegal immigration, but we know it's about a warped vision of America, a rewriting of our history. Some people emigrated on the Mayflower. My people emigrated on steamships, but we finally found a place where we could build our lives without fear. But let me tell you, for the first time in my life, I am afraid. I am afraid of this playbook. We must stand up, as we are doing this morning, for Kilmer Abrego Garcia. And we must stand up for our neighbors who are being rounded up. Stand up for the rule of law. So let me end with a prayer written during World War II by the Hungarian Jewish resistance fighter Hannah Senesh. It reminds us to hold on to the eternal truth that can help us stand strong in this broken moment. Eli, Eli, shalom yigamer le'olam, hachol v'hayam, bishrush ha'hamayim, barak ha'shamayim, tfilat ha'adam. Please sing with me. The last two lines will repeat. Oh Lord, my God, I pray that these things never end. The sand and the
wanted to read something that Dr. King stated. And let us let these words that were said so many decades ago come into our hearts so that we can walk with these words, talk with these words, because we need to meet this moment with light and with love and not hatred. It does no good for us to hate people that are doing this, because we're all noble ones. In Buddhism, we are all noble ones. When our days become dreary with low, hovering clouds of despair, and when our nights become darker than 1,000 midnights, let us remember that there is a creative force in this universe to pull down the gigantic mountains of evil, a power that is able to make a way out of no way, a power that is able to make a way out of no way, and transform dark yesterdays into bright tomorrows. Let us realize the arc of the moral universe is long, and it bends towards justice.
Good morning. I'm Reverend Abhijan Amanchi from Cedar Lane Unitarian Universalist Congregation in Bethesda. Beloved community, we have come together this morning, witnessed and prayed across many traditions. Each prayer, each song, each word has reminded us that love is stronger than fear, and that justice is our calling. We give thanks for Kilmar's courage and for his family's steadfast love. We give thanks for all who stood up, from Maryland to Tennessee to El Salvador, refusing to be silent, refusing to let his name be forgotten. And we give thanks for each of you gathered here today, carrying the work of liberation forward. If what we are witnessing is a rehearsal for authoritarianism, this is a rehearsal for liberation. And we know our struggle is not over. Even now, powers of cruelty seek to separate, to silence, to deport, to deny what is most sacred, the dignity of every human being and the promise of due process for all. So, spirit of love and justice, we ask for your presence here and in this building. May every word spoken and every decision made honor what is just and true. May Kilmar's rights be upheld. May his dignity be protected. May he walk out these doors into the arms of his family and this community who love him. Oh, Holy One, hold him close in this hour. Give him courage. Give his family peace. Give this movement strength until justice is secure. I close with this prayer of protection from the Hindu tradition. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukinaha. May all be happy. Sarve Santu Niramayaha. May all be protected. Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu. May all experience what is good and just. Ma Kashchit Dukkha Bhag Bhavet. May no one suffer. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Peace, peace, peace.
Thank you. Hi, mic check. Can everyone hear me? Hi, thank you. My name is Nkishi Free, Deputy Communications Director for CASA, and I'm calling to let everybody, I'm letting everybody know that the attorney is coming out. However, he is not going to come out until everyone comes down off the steps. So all of the media, all of the photographers, all of the independent media bloggers, everybody must step away from the door and come back down these steps because this is a safety concern. We must be able to have people come down safely. So until you all come down the steps, they're not coming out. So please come away from the doors and down the steps back on the other side of the podium where I'm speaking. Thank you.
Free Kilmer! Free!
Everybody at the top of the steps, they are not coming out until you come off the steps. All of the media at the top of the steps, they are not coming out until you come downstairs. You're presenting a safety hazard.
Come downstairs! 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 Come downstairs now! 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 Come downstairs! 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 Come. We are all Kilmer! We are all Kilmer! We are all Kilmer! ICE out of Baltimore! We are all Kilmer! ICE out of Maryland! We are all Kilmer! ICE out of Maryland! We are all Kilmer! ICE out of Baltimore! We are all Kilmer! Hey, hey, ho, ho! Fascist ICE has got to go! Hey, hey! Hey, hey, ho, ho! Fascist ICE has got to go! Hey, hey, ho, ho! Fascist ICE has got to go! What do we want? What do we want? When do we want it? When do we want it? And if we don't get it, and if we don't get it, and if we don't get it, shut it down. 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 Shut. United will never be defeated. The people united. Free Kilmar! Free Kilmar! Free Kilmar! Free Kilmar!
Good morning. My name is Simon Sandoval Moschenberg. I'm a partner at the immigration law firm. Good morning. My name is Simon Sandoval Moschenberg. I'm a partner at the immigration law firm of Murray Osorio PLLC.
Que no dejara de luchar su esposa. Estamos en vivo para Univisión. ¿Qué le dijo su esposo?
Open up! Open up! Open up! Open up! Open up! Open up!
Excuse me. Sorry.
Tranquilo, va a salir, Alex. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Not to allow his arm to be twisted to take a guilty plea if he doesn't want to, his constitutional right to exercise his right to a jury trial on his criminal proceedings if he so chooses, and his constitutional right and his right under the Bail Reform Act to leave the prison and come home to his family. He's being punished for exercising those rights. We asked the ICE officer what the reason for his detention was. The ICE officer didn't answer. The ICE officer stated that he'll be taken to a detention center. We asked the ICE officer which detention center. The ICE officer said that they weren't able to say. We asked the ICE officer for a copy of any paperwork that's being served on him today. The ICE officer wouldn't commit to even giving us that paperwork. In the last 5 minutes, Mr. Abrego Garcia has filed a new lawsuit in the Federal District Court for the District of Maryland, challenging his current confinement and challenging deportation to Uganda or to any other country unless and until he's had a fair trial as in an immigration court, as well as his full appeal rights. In 2019, Mr. Abrego Garcia had a full trial. It lasted over 2 days in this building behind me. And the result of that trial was that the judge entered an order that he could not be deported to El Salvador. That order was not even appealed by the government. If they want to deport him to any other country, they need to go through that exact same process. Unless and until they have gone through that process, they do not have the right to put him on an airplane. And that's what we're going to be asking the district court to ensure, that he is not put on any flight to any country whatsoever, whether it's Uganda, South Sudan, what have you, unless and until he has had a full and fair trial in an immigration court as well as his full appeal rights. So he's filed a lawsuit seeking to ensure that he is not removed from the United States pending his immigration proceedings. We'll certainly be advising you as to the progress of that lawsuit. The courthouse isn't even open for the day yet. But other than that, his family was, and he was exceedingly grateful to see the tremendous tremendous amount of support today and over the weekend. This is a person who didn't even know that he had anyone looking out for him, much less the entire nation, for the 3 months that he was detained in El Salvador. This is a person who, feared that the world had forgotten about him. And so you can imagine how much it filled his heart to learn that not only was it not true that the world had forgotten about him, but that the whole world was behind him and was marching and raising their voices and raising their fists to support him. Has filled his heart throughout these past months. Let me repeat that in Spanish. El día de hoy, Kilmer Abrego Garcia fue detenido por ICE. Lo habían dado un citatorio para que llegara el día de hoy a las 8 de la mañana, supuestamente para una entrevista. Eso obviamente fue mentira. Lo detuvieron inmediatamente que llegó al 6º piso. Les preguntamos cuál fue la razón de la detención, no lo contestaron. Les preguntamos en dónde lo van a detener, no nos contestaron. Les pedimos una copia de cualquier documentación que lo van a entregar y ni siquiera se comprometieron a esto. Entonces, el día de hoy, hace 5 minutos, Kilmer Abrego García sometió una nueva demanda en la Corte Federal en Maryland, exigiendo que no lo deporten a ningún país, ni Uganda, ni el sur de Sudán, ni ningún país, sin que él tenga el derecho de un juicio ante un juez de inmigración y todos sus derechos de apelar. En el 2019, en este edificio detrás de mí, él tuvo un juicio, duró 2 días completos ante un juez de inmigración y al final de ese juicio, el juez de inmigración le otorgó protección de deportación al país de El Salvador. Y el gobierno ni siquiera apeló este fallo, lo dejaron finalizado. Si lo quieren deportar a cualquier otro país, tiene el mismo derecho de un juicio completo ante un juez de inmigración. Y lo que estamos exigiendo en la nueva demanda es que no lo deporten sin que este debido proceso tenga lugar, básicamente. Entonces, acuérdense que estamos hablando de un individuo que mientras estaba en el SECOT, él tenía miedo de que el mundo se lo había olvidado. No sabía de que todo el mundo estaba luchando, marchando, alzando la voz por él. Y imagínense entonces cómo le llegó el corazón de alegría al enterarse de que no era cierto de que el mundo lo había olvidado, al contrario, que el mundo lo estaba respaldando y luchando por él. Entonces, es muy importante que en esta nueva fase de esta lucha, siempre, que ustedes, que nosotros, siempre estamos alzando la voz para que él lo sienta, para que él lo escucha, de donde quiera que sea que él va a caer esta noche. No sabemos ni en cuál estado va a ser, pero en donde sea, que la bulla que nosotros hagamos sea tan fuerte que lo escucha desde cualquier centro de detención que lo van a mandar ahorita.
Todos somos Kilmer. We are all Kilmer.
Todos somos Kilmer. Compañeros, antes de cerrar, quiero pedirles algo. Before I close, I want to ask you one thing. If everybody could kneel. Si todos pueden arrodillarse en una rodilla. ¿Por qué les pregunto que se arrodillen? Porque no nos podemos continuar a parar viendo esta injusticia que continúa a pasar en el país que llamamos hogar. And why do I tell you to kneel? Because we cannot continue to stand in a country where we call our home and we see our people being inhumanely tortured. As you kneel and reflect on what happened to Kilmar today, I want you to put your left fist in the air and remember the promise that you made him before he walked into the courtroom. Mientras estás en una rodilla, quiero que pongas un puño izquierdo al aire y firmemente reflexiones y recuerdas la promesa que le hiciste a Kilmar antes que entró a ICE. As ICE officials ripped him away from his family, mientras los oficiales lo arrancaron de su familia, Jennifer firmemente los vio a los ojos y les dijo que recuerden este momento cuando lleguen a sus casas con sus hijos. Secuestraron de nuevo a mi esposo. Jennifer firmly looked at the officers in the face and said, remember this moment when you go home and see your kids. You have once again kidnapped my husband. Y mientras reflexionamos, compañeros, Kilmar les trajo el mensaje a todos ustedes que no olviden su promesa. And as we reflect, Kilmar let us know to remember his promise, that commitment to keep fighting, not just for him, but for everybody who continues to be treated inhumanely. Que continuemos a luchar, no solamente por él, pero para todas las personas que todavía siguen siendo tratados injustamente y demandan libertad. For those who continue to demand liberation, like Kilmar is now, we are here with you, right here, right now, and always. Repeat after me. We are here with you, right here, right now, and always. Estamos contigo, aquí, ahora y siempre. Y esta lucha no se acaba hoy, sino esta lucha sigue y sigue y sigue. And this fight does not end today. It will continue on and on and on. ¿Sí se puede, mi gente? Yes, we can. Thank you so much.
So I don't represent him in his criminal matters. Whether the plea deal is off the table or not, you'd have to address that to his criminal defense attorney. But the fact that they're holding, Costa Rica as a carrot and using Uganda as a stick to try to coerce him to plead guilty to a crime is such clear evidence that they're weaponizing the immigration system in a manner that is completely unconstitutional, and specifically weaponizing the decision of which country they send him to. If their stated goal is to get him out of the country as quickly as possible, there's already a country that has offered him refugee status, that has committed itself not to redeport him to El Salvador, and that he has stated that he is willing to accept, right? Instead, they're going to play games with his life and keep him detained for, God knows how long, to fight a fight over whether he can be deported to Uganda or not. So, they didn't get what they wanted, which is to keep him locked up in Tennessee under criminal proceedings. And so instead, they've designated removal to a country that they know that he's going to oppose. They know that he's going to ask for legal proceedings against deportation to Uganda, right? It really is very clear that the government is far more interested in throwing around their weight and demonstrating what they think is their power to do whatever they want, whenever they want, to whoever they want. That's clearly far more important to them than any particular outcome in this case. As was explained in the filing in the Tennessee case on Saturday morning, Mr. Abrego Garcia stated that he was willing to accept refugee status in Costa Rica. Que tal como se dijo en el expediente que se sometió el sábado en el caso criminal, el señor Abrego García ya afirmó que está dispuesto de aceptar la oferta de estatus refugiado en Costa Rica. Pero el hecho de que están utilizando la amenaza de deportarlo a África, a Uganda, a donde sea, y que lo van a querer mantener detenido bajo condiciones terribles de los centros de detención de ICE, mientras él pelea en contra de esto, mientras hay una opción de llevarlo, si lo que quieren es sacarlo del país, eso pueden efectuar mañana a Costa Rica. Pero eso hace muy claro de que están utilizando el sistema migratorio y la detención de ICE para castigarlo de una manera que no pudieron hacer en Tennessee.
no reason for them to detain him, but did I expect them to detain him? Yes, I did. The Baltimore ICE office has been notorious. Even now, with ICE all across the country out of control, the Baltimore ICE office, since February, has been one of the worst in the nation. People coming into the building through the front door and being taken out by the back door, including people who've been, on annual check-in schedules for years and years and years with no problems whatsoever.
The Baltimore ICE office has really been one of the worst in the whole country about taking people into detention for no reason.
What was this weekend like for Kilmar and his family?
I can't really speak to that. I mean, I'll speak to the legal case. I'm sure there's other folks who can talk. Es increíble que han decidido utilizar este caso, este individuo que nunca pidió nada de esto, nunca hizo nada para que todo esto le cayera encima, y no lo van a dejar tranquilo nunca. Realmente es tremendo. Yeah, so the lawsuit that was filed this morning is asking for an order that he not be allowed to be removed from the United States unless and until he's had full due process as to a claim for protection to any particular country that they want to name. Right now it's Uganda. Tomorrow it might be, who knows, right? The main issue, aside from just the conditions in the country, is that country going to actually let him stay there, right? I mean, they can offer to send him to Madrid, Spain, and unless Madrid, Spain is going to let him remain in that country, essentially all it is just a very inconvenient layover on the way to El Salvador, right? Which is the one country that it's already been determined that he can't be sent to, right? So our contention is that they can't send him to any one of the other 200 countries on earth unless that country is given credible assurances that he'll be allowed to have a legal status, such as Costa Rica has already done, right? Costa Rica has already offered refugee status. The suit was filed by Murray Osorio PLLC and the law firm of Quinn Emanuel.
If the lawsuit wasn't filed, could ICE have already started to deport him
Well, in the prior lawsuit, Judge Zinnes had ordered 72 hours, not including weekends. So, I have, it's hard to trust them. As an immigration lawyer who's been practicing for 18 years, it seems to me obvious that when someone has requested a reasonable fear interview, that interview must take place before the person, and then there must be proceedings before the immigration judge and all the appeals. One shouldn't have to file a lawsuit to make it clear that you can't be deported to any particular country unless and until the legal proceedings have actually concluded. But we are where we are, and so that's why we felt the need to file that lawsuit this morning. All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bueno, lastimosamente, pero no sorprendentemente, pero lastimosamente, el día de hoy, que supuestamente era para una entrevista, lo llevaron detenido. No dijeron ni siquiera a cuál centro de detención lo van a mandar, pero y tampoco dijeron sus razones. Pero bueno, metimos ya una segunda demanda en la Corte Federal de Maryland exigiendo una orden que no lo deporten a ningún país, sea Uganda, sea Etiopía, sea donde sea, que no lo deporten a ningún país sin que él tenga el derecho a un juicio sobre si se puede o no deportarlo a tal país. Eso debe ser obvio, no deberíamos tener que someter una demanda solo para asegurar un debido proceso tan básico, porque eso es lo que se dio en este edificio, aquí en el 2019. Él tuvo un juicio de 2 días completos, al final del cual el juez de inmigración le otorgó protección a El Salvador. Bueno, lo mismo es lo que queremos el día de hoy.
Simón, él tenía 2 opciones. el de declararse culpable e irse a Costa Rica o explorar la posibilidad o la imposición de que él fuera enviado a Uganda. Estamos en vivo ahora para Despierta América. Simón, ¿qué opción él tomó?
El hecho de que están utilizando cuál país lo van a deportar como un palo en el proceso criminal es algo que jamás se ha visto, hasta que yo sepa, en el país. O sea, supuestamente la consecuencia de una condena o de declararse culpable es cárcel. Ok, de acuerdo. Y uno puede ser deportado, pero el hecho de que van a utilizar cuál país lo deportan como un palo para tratar de conseguir que él se declare culpable y no reivindique su derecho de un juicio ante un jurado, eso es tremendo, eso es completamente algo inconstitucional.
Simón, para los que están en vivo en Despierta América y han seguido este caso por mucho tiempo, el día de hoy Kilmer entró pero no salió. ¿Qué sigue ahora?
Bueno, acabamos de meter una segunda demanda en la Corte Federal aquí en Maryland, exigiendo que no lo pueden deportar a ningún país sin que él tenga un juicio completo y todos sus derechos de apelaciones. Eso debe ser obvio. O sea, se supone que obviamente no puede deportar a una persona antes de un juicio, pero estamos donde estamos y por eso vimos la necesidad de meter una demanda para asegurar esto.
Y esa era mi próxima pregunta. ¿Qué garantías tienen ustedes como abogados de que el gobierno de Trump va a acatar esta orden de la jueza?
Bueno, eso es el sistema de derecho que tenemos en este país. Realmente han jugado muy sucio hasta la fecha. Y por eso es tan importante que el apoyo hacia él no solamente sea abogados en corte, sino también comunidad en la calle.
Sé que te tienes que ir, Simón, pero brevemente, su familia. Han sido horas bastante tristes para su esposa, sus hijos, para el propio Kilmar. Hablaba al punto de las lágrimas en la conferencia de prensa. ¿Cuáles fueron esas últimas palabras entre ellos y contigo también antes de que él se lo llevara?
Imagine el yoyo de emociones y sentimientos que deben de tener, o sea, tenerlo de regreso después de tanto tiempo solo para perderlo otra vez. Pero nosotros estamos seguros que esta familia será reunificada. Yo no les puedo decir en qué fecha ni dónde, pero estoy seguros que vamos a lograr reunificar esta familia.
Simón,
bueno, muchas gracias.
Muchísimas gracias. Ahí lo tienen. Simón.
What's next?
So we filed a lawsuit in federal district court in Maryland this morning. I expect there's going to be a status conference very promptly, and we're going to ask for an interim order that he not be deported pending his due process rights to contest deportation to any particular country. Right now they've named Uganda. You know, tomorrow they could name, who knows, right? But even if they named Spain, right, the issue is not just what his treatment in that country would be, but whether that country will allow him to remain or whether it's just going to be a brief way station on his way right back to El Salvador, which is completely unlawful.
When might that next hearing be? Could that be today?
I don't know. The court, I mean, it's 8:30 a.m. The court isn't even open yet, so we'll find out, and you'll be able to see on the docket as soon as we know.
What's the official way of describing where is he detained now?
He's currently been detained by ICE, yes. Whether he's still in this building or whether they've already taken him out of the building, I couldn't say.
Where could his next destination be?
They will take him to a detention center. We asked them which detention center. They said they wouldn't even tell us. Undoubtedly, they've already decided, but they weren't willing to tell us.
What do you think the prospects are of resolving this in his favor sooner rather than later?
It seems to me lucidly clear that you can't deport someone to a country, any particular country, without that person first having their trial in immigration court as to whether or not they may be deported to that country. The notion that we had to file a federal lawsuit to prevent a deportation from happening prior to a trial on that very deportation, if you'd asked me 6 months ago whether I thought I would ever have to do that, I would say, no, that's silly. There's no need to do that. But here we are.
Hello, hello. Help. Did anybody find? Yes, sorry.
Hello. Did anybody find a cell phone? A reporter lost their cell phone in the mad rush. Missing cell phone? Anybody?